I am currently the program director at Back to Basics Outreach Ministries, located in Buffalo, New York. I am the head of the Reentry Coordination Program, a subsidiary of Back to Basics Outreach Ministries, and we work with primarily ex-offenders who are reentering the society. And my major focus, and for this talk, my major concern is the issue of family reunification. As it's been known that a strong family tie, connectedness with your family, has proven to be a very important part in keeping guys and gals from reoffending. Those people who have strong family relationships, strong family ties, go back home to good family situations, usually are the ones that are least likely to reoffend. However, in reintroducing yourself to your family, there is a daunting task in and of itself. First of all, if you've gone away for any extended period of time, there have been some changes at home. You know, you're no longer the head of the household per se. A lot of things decisions have had to be made off the cuff when you weren't there, so you weren't able to weigh in on. And these may be things that, had you been able to weigh in on, you would have done differently. However, you have to take into consideration that you were not there. One of the biggest issues with family reunification is if you have a spouse or a significant other that you have to now rejoin. There's control issues involved in that. Having a woman or a man who previously had total control and now must have to abdicate some of that control and share it is hard, whether it's in the household or in government, as you can see from today's current affairs. So it is something that you really have to negotiate, and that means not coming in from out of prison thinking you're going to come in and just run everything or take up even where you left off at, because there have been some significant changes. Dealing with a spouse or a significant other is definitely difficult once you re-enter society, because you have to think about all the reasons why you went away. And for women, a lot of times, they keep account of the things that you did or didn't do when you were home the last time. So you have some scorecard issues you're going to have to deal with. And that's going to prove to be difficult, because as you may want to move on from this point forward, there may be some things in the past that weren't effectively dealt with or were not dealt with at all that probably need some serious dealing with before you can assume any type of real stake in the home environment. There are also going to be issues with working, job issues, whether you are working or not when you first come out and you have to be supported by whether a spouse or family member. Reintroducing yourself to the family is very, very tenuous, and that's because people remember who you were before. And if you've changed, they're going to have to see over a period of consistent, dependable relations that change. Otherwise, anything that will make them believe that you're regressing or you haven't changed is going to come up, and it can cause a problem. You're going to argue that I'm new, and they're going to argue that this is something that I've already seen before, and now it's starting to creep its ugly head up again. So you can't take offense to that, because you were that person before. And if you're somebody new now, your actions, your behavior, your choices, your decisions have to demonstrate that. It can't be what I say. It has to be what I'm willing, able, and capable of doing this at this point. Children, big problem. Most of us go to prison and we have children. Coming back, they have grown up. I don't care how old they were when they left. There's been some time between that. They've developed relationship with other people. They have not had the opportunity oftentimes to develop a significant relationship with you. And that's going to be an issue. Developing that relationship is going to be somewhat of a task, because no matter how young they are, they have their own opinions about the relationship that they want to share with you now. And for you to try to force a relationship on them or force some authority from yourself on them is going to cause some friction. It is definitely going to cause friction that can blow up into some disastrous situations. So you have to be mindful that you're the new person coming back. I don't care how long you've been away or how much you contributed before. You're the new person coming in, and you're going to have to acclimate yourself to what's presently going on, as opposed to trying to just come in and change the atmosphere yourself. Anger issues. If you had them and you didn't deal with them, they didn't go nowhere, and as soon as something happens, it's going to flare up. flare up. If you have dealt with them, then it would behoove you to, while you're dealing with situations in the house, whether it's kids, family member, spouse, that you implore yourself not to do the things that you've done in the past. The arguing, maybe your physicality, whatever it was you've done, you have to go a 360-degree different venue. And if you don't, then there are agencies and organizations like mine who provide programming that you need to get into. And don't be hesitant about getting into a program. I have never been in a program that I didn't learn something valuable for, that I now use in my life. So get into an anger management, domestic violence program. Go to your parole officer. Go to the agencies out here that they have, and there are plenty of them, who will help you navigate any of the issues that you presently have, that you had before that weren't dealt with. But you have to make yourself available to do that. You have to want to do that, and you have to go into it with an open mind, open heart, ready and willing to embrace whatever the information is and whatever impact it may have on your life, hopefully positively. Reestablishing yourself in a home is not just an arduous task to do, but it's also an important one, because for your safety to stay out, as well as for the family safety to not be harmed, to not suffer the disappointment of you leaving again, it's important that you put them first, that you no longer are the primary concern, that it's your family or the people, whether it's biological family, friends, or whoever is taking on the responsibility of helping you to reintegrate, that you give them an opportunity to show you how things are today. If you're going for 6 months, things change in the twinkling of an eye, in the community, in the house, in society, and you weren't there. So you need to rely on the people who have been there to give you the information that you need to successfully transition. There are a lot of things that you don't know about. There may be some things that you never learned, like banking, how to do a bank, but how to pay bills. Because I know when you're running the street, those are the furthest things from your mind. So now you have to learn these things, and you can't be negative about somebody showing you something that they've already took the painstaking time to learn, that they want to share with you and help you to accomplish. Unfortunately, prison does not prepare you for a lot of the realities that are going on in society today. That's why you need to lean on your family. So when you're coming back, it's not I'm home and I'm back in charge. It's I'm home and I want to learn how to stay home. I want to learn how to be a better husband or boyfriend or significant other. I want to learn how to be a better son, a father, uncle, brother, whatever, sister, aunt, cousin, whatever role that it is you have to play. You need to go and find the mentors, the people who can help you do that. Back to Basics has a family reunification program where we teach you how to have arguments, because you're going to have them, but how to have them in a manner that nobody walks away offended and that something gets resolved. How to deal with growing children. Teenagers today are not the teenagers they were when you were young, and you need to understand the new dynamic in the growth of young people. A lot of us, especially males, don't have a lot of nurturing skills, parenting skills. It's not an indictment on you as a human being to take a parenting course. I've taken 2, both inside and outside, and I can tell you they helped me exponentially be able to deal with some of the issues in my family, especially as it relates to my children and their upbringing. Some things that I didn't learn at home. Some of us come from very dysfunctional backgrounds, so what we know is what we learned or what we experienced, and it's not the right thing. And here's an opportunity now to lean on other people who have the expertise, who have the compassion and the desire to help you, and get some understanding of where you should be, what you should be doing, and how the best way to do it. Nobody's going to tell you how to live your life, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm telling you about some options that can make your life more livable, make it better for yourself and others. But the whole goal for family reunification is to get in the family, be a family member, and not recidivate. The biggest problem in our community is that you come home and you don't stay there long enough. People become accustomed to you being here. They rely on you, and then you disappear, and it throws everybody into a quandary again, including yourself. So, you want to stay home? There's strong family bonds, strong family interaction, help from the community and agencies that can help you understand the reunification process are the things that you need to be first and foremost seeking out when you get out. Parole is going to ask you to find a job. They're going to ask you to take programs. I'm asking you to find a family reunification program near you or Back to Basics and come and let us help you. It is an arduous task, but I can tell you one that once you do successfully will make your life and the lives of everybody around you better, as well as for the community.